And today we are going to start where we have left, and there is a lot of things to cover in React Native, and so we'll start now. Okay, so let me share my screen. And today we don't have to do much of setup because yesterday only we have done this thing, and I don't want to use 2-3 projects because React Native takes a lot of time to set up. As we have seen yesterday also, a lot of things were there already, although it was working, but a lot of things I needed to do. Okay, as I've told, we will learn everything in React Native. Okay, so if you are React.js developers, you're for a treat. And as I've told earlier, if you are not using a high-end system, please use all this thing in Expo CLI. Expo is a very lightweight thing to do, but ultimately you need React Native and a high-end system, because React Native needs a high-end system. So that is for sure. But you can work on Expo. Yesterday a lot of people have told on the chat that they are working on Expo, and I was right. Means that is good bit, because you should not tell that I don't have a high-end system, so I will not learn mobile development. But you should learn mobile development. Then once you get some job or something, then you should buy a Mac. Mac is most useful in React Native development, because what happens, this iOS code doesn't runs on a Windows system. So even if you have a high-end gaming desktop, it won't be a gaming desktop or laptop. You'll only be able to run Android Studio. So it's better to take a M1 Mac. But then again, a problem with M1 Mac is that, which I am facing, is that for me Android Studio is very slow even without streaming. Streaming also takes a lot of things. So I never run Android Studio. Android Studio is 3 GB, and my Mac has only 8 GB. M1 Mac has only 8 GB RAM. So if you are planning for a M1 Mac, go for a 16 GB variant, or else Android Studio will be a pain running it. iOS simulator will run like butter. Why? Because it is optimized for this. Okay, so iOS simulator you will not face any issues, but you should always check for Android also, because a lot of times happen in React Native. Some of the things are there which are there in Android, some of them are not there in Android. Just like this button tag which you're seeing, this button doesn't work means it doesn't show the style in your iOS, but it shows the style in your Android. That you should know how it shows the style in the iOS. Okay, so that in the Android. Okay, so let's get started. Now today we're going to Flexbox was the last thing which we have done previously, and now what we are going to do, we're going to do all these views things. So this scroll views and all these things we're going to do. So for that, again, I'm not going to change this file a lot, because as you know, this all the installation and all it takes a lot of time, and okay, one thing. So did I save this? Bit status. Okay. No, that is not done. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let us do something, and then I will save it today itself, and so that I can get rid of this comment. A lot of comments are there. Okay, so first thing is that what we're going to do, I'm going to have items. So array of objects I'm going to have, and then we're going to iterate over it. Because the first thing which you're going to learn is the list, and always array of objects are the main thing which we should always have. So const and items, comma, set items equal to use state like this, and then id is 1, comma, text is learn React Native. Learn React Native is there. Okay, then after this comma, learn. It is not learn, it is learn React Native. Then it will be learn React JS. Actually, it should be the opposite. Learn, not again React, just learn. Maybe I will learn shift SWI shift. Okay, so I have some around 10 of them. Okay, because I want it to go beyond the screen, so I need at least 10 of them. Okay, so I'm getting all these recommendations, and anything is okay, because I want to write all the programming language. Okay, so that is there, and I have enough programming language written. So 10 programming languages I've written. I will save it. Okay, anyways, it will not show anything. So again, I'm going to do this alignment thing. I'm going to comment it out, because we did it yesterday, this alignment thing. Now this safe area view, and maybe, anyways, I want all of you to go through the videos and use it, means make it so it will be much better. Okay, so this and all, or maybe I will keep it today, and I will have another safe area view, and here it will be style equal to styles dot container, and let me have this container thing. So this will be a bit different than this, so I don't want this much things to be there, so I'll come and do a container. And so hope you all learn the flex thing. So flex one, just by default everything is flex in React Native. Flex is very important. Flex is very important to learn in React Native. Okay, so background color is not like this. So why I'll put that as white. Why do it gives some weird kind of thing? Okay, light blue maybe. Okay, light blue I've done. Oh, light blue is there. Then this safe area container I have done, and then inside this I'll loop through this. So the normal React thing like this, items dot map. So it is a normal React thing. I'm mapping through this. I'm mapping through this items thing. Items, maybe I will comment it out this also. Items dot map, and then item like this. Okay, so I will have here a view also, view like this, and then inside this view I will have a key equal to item dot id, and style equal to styles dot item, styles dot item, and text style is text, okay. And item dot text is this text is coming, and so I have to give two more styles. One is for the item and one is for the text. So let us give, okay, let us give all those things. So for the item I will have like margin of 10 comma, I don't need a padding, but I need justify content is like center, align item is like center, background height and width is something I don't need. Sometimes it gives anything, align item center, so it is to center everything. And background color is not white. I want a dark background because our container is very light, dark magenta, one of my favorite color, dark magenta. And then we'll have this text as font size 30, font weight maybe bold, color is white, and a bit of padding will be here, padding of 10, maybe padding of 10. So this text is the text which will be shown in that. Okay, let me save it and then it will measure. So this text is giving the style to the text, so the padding is there, and then this margin 10 and all these things are there. All right, so that is there. And okay, so everything has been shown correctly. So this is everything has been shown correctly. Okay, so but if you increase the size of the text, let us increase the size of the text. Okay, what is the size of the text? 40. Now I'll increase it to 40. Save it. See, now actually till PHP is coming, Ruby is not coming, Ruby is coming down, and I'm also not going able to scroll it because you cannot scroll like this. Okay, it is going away, it is going away, you cannot scroll it. So to have the scroll enabled, you have something known as scroll view in React Native. So you have to enable the scroll view. So that is a must. Scroll view you have to enable. So you have to come here, and after this I have to do a scroll view like this, then should wrap everything. Yes, it should wrap it. And scroll view. Okay, now it is telling me the scroll view is not there. Okay, so maybe I'll have a scroll view here. Save it, and now see, now it is there. Now I can scroll it. Now I can scroll it. So this is what the scroll view can do. You cannot scroll it. So this is what the scroll view can do. Okay, so that is there. Now there is a very awesome thing in the scroll view which is known as refresh control. We are going to learn about the refresh control now. So let us go ahead and do that thing. So scroll view takes some parameters. Okay, scroll view takes some parameters. So one of them is the refresh control. So for that, what I'm going to do first, inside this items, after this items, I'll have a state variable. We'll have a state variable like const refresh comma set refresh, and it will be use state is false first, and then I'm going to come down here, and in the scroll view I'm going to go, and it will have a, let me take it like this, refresh, okay, refresh control. So this is a props which takes. So anyways, you can read the documentation and get all these props and all. So you see, React Native doesn't have anything of its own like that div and all those things. Everything you get as a props only. That means everything you get as a component only in React Native, and all the mobile framework. Even Flutter is a lot like this also. Flutter is a lot like this. I have some Flutter's video, but I don't want to concentrate much on Flutter right now because I'm too much into React ecosystem. Okay. Maybe Angular is also a bit part of React sort of React ecosystem, because it's a JavaScript thing. Everything is same, and we're soon going to have some cool Angular thing also on the channel, because a lot of people are from the Angular background. They're asking for that. Okay, so that is there. And refresh control. So here, what we have, we need to take something known as a refresh control. Okay, refresh control, from where it will come, I think this also, yeah, as always, this will also come from our very own React Native. So refresh control will come, and then in the refresh control, what happens, it now takes some parameters. It now takes some parameters like refreshing. So this exactly like this you have to do. Refreshing is refresh, okay, and so, and refreshing is refresh is what? Refresh is the use state thing which you have created, and then there is a on refresh equal to on refresh. So the function name I'm keeping it the same. So on refresh I'm keeping this function, so it is giving me error because I'm not created it. So let me go here, and outside this return I'll create a const on refresh function, which will be like this and like this. And first thing is that set refresh will be true. Set refresh will be true. Then after that, set items. So first thing is the set refresh equal to true, I have to make, which is by default is false. So the moment someone do the refresh thing, you see how the refresh things happen in a very cool way. So that will do. Now this set items. This set items is what? Items is like this array of objects. So this, in this set items, I'll have this dot 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 items. So this is how we do this again, a React stuff. And then in this, I will have a ID is items. ID is items dot length plus one, because it should do plus one. Items dot length right now is like 1 2 3 over 10. It is 10 plus 1 11. So ID should be 11. So right now, see, if you take this case, and if you do the refresh, it should be plus 1. So 10 plus 1 11. So it is like that. And text I will write, I'll do something cool. I'll do what? Learn. So learn tech number items dot length plus 1. Items dot length plus 1. I'll do. Okay, save it. So everything is okay. And one more thing is there. After this refresh is done, we have to again do this set refresh as false. Set refresh as false. We have to do again. Okay, save it. Okay, save it. Now see the magic. Now if I come here and do a refresh, so this thing comes. If I have this refresh control, this thing comes. And this is a very common thing. You see it almost in every app. You do this thing, it gets some new data from the API endpoint. Okay, right now I'm not getting from the API endpoint new data, but we're just showing it here. In the real case scenario, you'll get from them some API endpoint. So I've refreshed it. See, if I go down, learn tech number 11, only one thing have come. So I'll come back here again, do it again, and now Learn tech number 12. Learn tech number 13. Isn't it cool? So I can do this whole day. Okay, this is very cool. So that is there. Now the next thing which we need to do is maybe, okay, we're going to do a section list here. There is a flat list also. Look, okay, let's look at the flat list also after that. But let us, in this code only, I want to show something known as section list, because the code is like similar. Means I have something from here and there, and all those things are there. I have code scattered around. So let us first do the section list. Section list, flat list is also similar to this, but there is a list which is in React Native, which is mainly meant for list only. So here, what we are using here, we are using something like a React kind of a thing, because here I'm using the items and I'm mapping through it. But there is a specific list in React Native. You'll see most of the developers use that only, flat list, known as flat list, they will use, and that also we'll see. But let us see, in this code we'll first see something known as section list. Okay, then we'll go to the flat list. So the section list, we're going to see in cons tab and all. I'm going to go, and here I have to again comment out a lot of things. Okay, so I will comment out this thing, and then I will have a const of data equal to title is learn React Native, comma. So what is this section? Section is like a step kind of a list. You'll see how what kind of list is this section list data, and I'll have a item 1, comma, item 2 and item 3. So like this, I'll have different thing. Learn React this item 1, item 2, item 3. Learn shift item 1, item 2 maybe, and the last one is maybe learn Java item. Java only one thing I have to learn, item like this, maybe like this I will have. Okay, so I have this data like this. Now everything is okay. So every style and all are okay. So we'll have the style and all like this only. So instead of this scroll view, which I am actually going to comment it out, we are going to have a section list. So I'm going to come here and do a section list, and it will be like a self-closing. It will be like self-closing. I'll go here and copy it, and maybe in the scroll view I'll have this section list. In the scroll view, have this section list. Okay, so that is there. And then what we are going to have, okay, so one more thing is that in the section list we need to have something known as a key extractor. Okay, key extractor, because here there is no key here. I have not taken any key for a reason, because if you don't have a key, it's just like in React it gives an error. React Native also, you need to have a unique key. So if the key is not there, you have to make some key, like here the index may be unique, so I will take the key as the index. Okay, so I'll come here and do a key extractor equal to index is like index dot to string, index of to string I'll do. Then here like this, I have something like a sections is like data, and then render item sections, you have to put the data. Then render items, you have to have something like so how you want to render the item, so that is there here. So it's a bit of complicated thing like this. I will need to have a item here, and then after this, sometimes these brackets are way too much. Okay, so after this one bracket, I'll have a text, and one is more, so I have to remove one. Now it is okay. So the right thing is gone. So style dot not item, I style dot text, and styles dot text, and the item is the item. I'm showing the item. Okay. So item is actually this item. This item's will be there, and then we will show the title. So for that, I will come here and do a. Yeah, someone is asking something. Okay, one sec. Someone is asking something. Yeah, code will be shared. Code will be definitely shared today. Yesterday I forgot to share the code. Code will always be in the description. You will always find the code in the description. If not today's, someday it will be there. Code always this kind of things. I share the code. Okay, so that is there, and render section header is. Today only I'm going to share the code because too much commenting I have done. I have to remove these comments and all. Okay, so this sections again it will have that same kind of a thing like this, and then I'll have a section like this, and then I'll have like this. And now I need to have two things. Okay, so I'll have a view, and inside that view I'll have a text. Okay, text will be there, and it will be style dot text and section dot title. Section dot title is this. Section dot title is this, and then this view I will have a style equal to styles dot item. Styles dot item. I will save it. Now it is coming like this. Now it is coming like this. React Native and all. Okay, one of this thing is like this color should be actually black. So yeah, now it is much more better. But if this is black, this dark magenta should be light yellow. So this is how the actually the section list is there. See, whatever was there in the title, I have it here, and whatever the item was there. So all of these things like this, you will go through. This is not very tough syntax on sections. You have to pass the data, and then render items is showing the items. Okay, render item is showing the items actually, which is like this thing, this the item 1, item 2, item 3, and this render section header is what is showing this your title. So I'm having some styles here, so for that I have given this thing. So this is how it has been shown, and this is how the section list has been shown. But now we are going to look into one very important thing, which is known as a flat list. The code actually is a bit different. So flat list is very important to teach, because flat list is something which you are going to use a lot in React Native. Okay, because we don't use section list is very special thing. We generally don't have this thing. And the earlier thing which I have told, this is like this scroll view and putting a React kind of thing. People prefer flat list over it, because this is specific to, this is a React kind of thing, and we have something specific to React Native. So flat list is there. So flat list we use it in a different way. In flat list again, the thing we will be different and all. Okay. Okay, so one sec. Okay, so flat list again we are going to take a different data. So I'll comment this out, and I'll have a commented out a lot of things. Const languages equal to like this, and name is Pascal, and key is 1. C key is 2, C++ 3, C# 4, Java 5, Python 6, Ruby 7, and maybe PHP 8. So this is something which we have. And okay, so we have some styles also here. So the styles here will be a bit different. So what I'm going to do here, so again I'm going to comment this out. Let me take the style this time, like no. So I'll have a container and all. Okay, then container item. So these things I have container and item I have, save it. Section list it is okay. Anyways, because it is giving me, because okay, why it is giving me, what did I commented it out here? Okay, no problem. Anyways, we are going to comment it out. So I'll comment it out, save it now. No error is there. Okay, so that is there. Now what we are going to do, we are going to use a flat list, which quickly want to show a flat list. So how to use this flat list? So okay, again maybe we won't use this. Safe area view is okay. Styles dot container, styles dot container and all is okay. So here for flat list, what we need to have, uh, flat list, just a flat list we are going to have, and like this. And so this flat list, I'm going to have this here, flat list. Then data equal to languages, data equal to languages, which is the array which so one more thing is that if your data is not equivalent to this, you have to make it like this. Okay, data equal to means name is okay, but its flat list should have a key which should be a string. It is very much important. Flat list should be a key which should be a string. So that is there. So data languages I have to, and then I have to do a render item equal to, so it is the code which almost similar to the section list. This item thing is render item thing is almost similar to that which we have. Actually what I will do, render item, I will copy this thing, so it is exactly similar. So let me have it in different lines so that it is much more easier to read. So render items like this, and like this it is the render items. Item is the text is style dot item, and item dot name is there. So now I will save it, and now the list is been shown. Now the list is been shown, and it is also scrollable. So you don't need anything like a scroll view or something. You don't need, okay, scroll view or something you don't need. It is just scrollable. So there are some other features are also there in the flat list, because it is in, because it is created for this flat list, make these items only. So one of the main features of flat list is that, so I'm gonna share the code ahead of this class. I will share that in the description. You can see it again. And so how I can share this code means I am writing this code right now. Okay, so don't ask too many things. Okay, so if you want to learn again, anyways you have to go through this again. You have to go through this again. I'm going to give this code in the description. Go through this again, create it on your own. So then only you'll understand this React Native and all these things are not that much easy. Okay, so that is why I'm going to share this code in the description. You'll find in the description today. Okay, so that is there. And see this this thing is there. And the other benefit of this flat list is that what happens in flat list, if you have, suppose like, it is made by React Native in a way that if you have like thousands of element in a list, and it will only show the elements which are shown in the screen. Then when you scroll it, and the new elements will be shown. This is a very common feature in a lot of apps. So app which have this feature, all of you know this app. That app is known as Instagram. It's almost all things happen like Instagram. You open it on the mobile, it opens on the mobile only. You scroll the feed, suddenly see that much only has been loaded. It cannot means Instagram is infinite, so it cannot load all the things. The moment you go away, then only the other things. So if they have added it with the React Native, most probably they have done it with React Native. Why they have done it with React Native? Instagram is owned by Facebook, and Facebook is the creator of React Native, all the things. So I don't know what it is Instagram. I have to check it out. So if they have done it, they have done it through FlatList. Okay, so that is there. So this is what FlatList is all about. And then what we are going to do, we are going to now learn about text input. Okay, text input we are going to learn, and we are going to continue in this means okay. And a lot of code have been happening. Comment out this flat list also. Comment out this also. So now again I'll come here, and here I'll have a const name comma set name equal to use state of, that is like this empty string I have taken, name and set name, and safe area view is there, which is container and all is there. After this I will have a text, and text will be like style equal to styles dot text, and enter name like this. And after this I'll have a text input. So this is like the input boxes which we have in React or HTML. We have this input boxes. So how to do that in React Native? So we have text input here, text input like this we have, and it has got a lot of things. Okay, text input is there, and then I will have a different things like style equal to styles dot maybe input input box. I will have it a little different, and then the place folder is equal to enter your name, your name. And there is something like in React and all, we have a on change. Here we have something known as on change text. It is not on change, here it is on change text. So here we have this on change, and when text is set name, so this set name is like this hooks only. So hooks only I'm going to change it. So that is there. So after this so I will have a text, and you and you entered you entered name will be there, and then the style is equal to styles dot text. Styles equal to styles dot text. Okay, style equal to styles dot text will be there. And see, so let us make all of these things like container is like we have commented down. So it will be similar to this, only background is light blue, and line items is center. Not justify content, I want only the line item to be center. So that is there. And then item, instead of item I have this. Let me change this thing. Or input box I'll have. So it is telling me that text input is not there. So text input is again, it is from React Native. So let us have that also, text input. Save it. So you enter name and you enter. See, by default, this text input is also nothing comes here. So no style, anything will come. So we have to give the style. Then only it will come. The style will come. Then only, or else it doesn't show good also. So the text input is input box I have to give, and this text I have given. Text is okay, font size is like 30 and all, color is black, and padding is okay. But this input box I have to give. So this, with this input box, will create this square thing, means whatever we want to do, the border and all those things will be given by this. So width is like 300, and border width we have to take, border color also we have to take, and margin, maybe margin is also required. So I'll have this like this, and so it will be shown like this. And what else we should take? We should also, maybe it is looking good. Okay, so it is looking good, and now we can enter like width given, border color given, border width is given. So border width is given like this here. Padding, a bit of padding I have taken, and maybe we can have one more thing here, which is like the font size as maybe as 20. Font size maybe as 20 I'm going to have, and I'm going to save it. So now it is a bit bigger, and you enter, like I can enter anything like, so whatever I enter it will come here, because the code is like that only. You enter it, so name will be directly shown. Whatever I enter here on change text will set the set name, and this is like a React concept which I'm not going to explain again. Complete React concept. Okay, so that is like that. It will be shown. Okay, so in the text input you can add something else. We are going to make a small app kind of thing here. So throughout this tutorial and all. So the next thing is that here I can use a lot of things in the text input. So I'll come here and do a, one of them is keyboard type. Keyboard type is equal to numeric. Keyboard type is numeric, and max length is 4, and secure text entry equal to true. Secure text entry equal to true, and I will save. See now what will happen. Okay, now it is, I know it was done. Okay, now what will happen? Keyboard type is numeric. Okay, why I have to, how to show the keyboard? I think I will control key, uh, command key in the Mac to show the keyword. So see, the keyword type is now numeric. Max length is 4, like I can enter 2. I cannot enter more than it. So max length is 4. Secure text entry means dot dot dot, like the password field. It is like a password field will come like a password field. Okay, so that is there. Now we need a button also here. So we'll create a button now. So let us create a button, and okay. Okay, so let us create a button first. So after this text, I'll have a button. Okay, have a button, and like this, and then I'll have a title equal to like okay. So we'll have one more thing here. So I'll have a state variable like const submitted, comma, set submitted, and use state is false. So I'll have this variable submitted and set submitted. Then I'll come down here, and the title will be like submitted, and if it is there, then here or submit, clear or submit will be there. Then on press we have set submitted is not of submitted. So on press it will change it. If it is clear, it will change it to submit, and that is all. And maybe okay, so I'll save it. Button is not there, so it is giving me error. So I'll come here and give the maybe button here, save it. So button is there, and it will be shown like this, and then I'll submit it. See, the moment I submit it, see on set submit, make it to means the opposite of whatever it is there. So if it is true, then clear, or false, it will be submit. So it will be sitting like this. But the problem with button, which I've told earlier also, is that the button component on an Android, on an iOS, doesn't shows correctly. So it is showing like this and all. So, and you cannot style it also. You can do a bit of a style, like I can give the color here like dark agenda. I can give that, not more than that. We cannot control more than that. So for that, what happens in React Native, we used to take something known as touchable opacity or touchable without feedback. So we are going to now take touchable without feedback. Maybe in the future we are going to see that touchable opacity also. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So let us see that. Instead of this but React Native team also have found out this issue, and what they have recently released something known as Passable, which is actually much more beneficial and much more good than a touchable opacity and touchable without feedback, because that was a hack which people used to use. But let us first use the hack. Instead of the button, I will have a this button. I will, anyways, button doesn't shows good, so I will have a toucha touchable with out feedback. Touchable without feedback, I'm going to use touchable without feedback. Actually, it's been done like this, and inside this uh, first thing is that this on press. So let us change this thing. Anyways, it is giving me error. So on press will go here in the touchable without, actually it's not a button. Touchable without feedback or touchable opacity, you can give it in any component. It is like that. So this is just a hack kind of a thing. Okay, so after this I will have a view, and inside this view I will have this text will be there, and in this text I will have this thing like this. I'm going to have, and let me come delete this thing. So this will be like submitted is clear and all, and this text will be like button text. What is re-level? How do I know what is re-level? How do you know what is re-level you're talking? I've never heard about this re-level thing. Okay, so that is that. I've heard about a lot of other things like what is this re-level? What is this re-level actually? Okay, an academy. Okay, by an academy. Let them join. There are lot of things like that. Okay, so no, it's not a bad question. If they want to join, they can join. Those are like the big companies which are nowadays failing a lot because they don't give the personalized touch. Oh, it is not like they're bad and all, but they don't give the personalized touch. I'm not that big, so I give a lot of personalized touch. I have my own boot camps also. Okay, I have my own boot camps also. I'm saying that I have my own boot camps. I will tell my boot camps are 100% better than them. So those who know that the moment a company become very big, which I'm not going to do later on also, and I'm not a funded startup. I'm like everything is on my own. So what happens with funded startup? They keep on hiring people, and everything become more professional. And I have a lot of people coming from those academies and all. Also, they told that it is not up to that mark. Okay, so that is the okay. So I have that playlist. I have that playlist. Playlist is always there. So that whenever people ask me, I have the playlist always prepared. Means the part to become a web app developer playlist is always there, And if someone asks, I will give that. Here in the YouTube chat, I cannot give the complete playlist. Ping me on LinkedIn, or ping, if you're on a WhatsApp group, ping me on the WhatsApp. I will give the whole playlist, like the complete 6 month part to become a web app developer from my YouTube channel. Complete my HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, all those things. Anyways, we are doing this 2 days boot camp every month, so that is more than enough to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. And then after that, you have to do the projects, and all those projects. Please ping me. Please ping. Yeah, please ping me. Please ping me on. So it is not possible to give here. So okay, playlist of this live stream. Okay, okay. Play. Okay, when what is happening? You are asking that. Okay, 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 okay. When, if you want, when what is happening, that is something we are working on, and we will soon have a nice website and all. And if you want to have a playlist of but you need to follow to become a web app developer, that also I can give. Okay, that is there. Okay, so yeah, let us quickly do this touchable thing, and then I think we'll close it here, and this button and all. So because we have to continue on it, images and something which we are going to add it here. So touchable opacity, and this button text is there, and this view also I'll have something style equal to styles dot button style dot button style. And this okay, again it is giving me error. Uh, touchable without feedback is not there, so touchable without feedback, I'll make, save it. No, now it will give me no styles and all, so we have to create again the styles. But this is how people used to do earlier, means they never used to use the button, because button is not, you cannot give any style to a button, but you can give some style here. So I will have a button styles first, which is the view thing, which is having like the um, which will actually have everything, like width is like 100, comma height is like 50, and then the background color is like anything like background color is there, border radius maybe 5 is there, align items and justify content center is there. So button style will do. So this button will be shown like this. Now I have to add this text. So this button text I'll do VUTT1 button text I'll do, and this is like this font size, font weight, and color will be actually be white. And so it should not be like this color. I like to have it as dark magenta, because dark magenta is much my favorite color. So this summit is, it will be shown like this, and so it will be, if you see it on an Android also, it will be shown like this. Okay, summit and clear, it will be shown like this. So this is how we create a button. Okay, but as I told, the React Native team found out that most people were using this touchable opacity or touchable without feedback. So they recently, like recently, they have React Native also goes through a lot of changes. They recently released something known as a pressable. So what is this pressable? Pressable is like, it has got a lot of other features also. The pressable, which is like which, and they're recommending us to use that pressable only. So pressable only they're recommending us to use. So instead of this touchable opacity without feedback, I'll use this as PRESSAB. Pressable is like this, and pressable will again be like here. Pressable will again come here. Then on press is there. Then all of these things, like you don't need a okay. So one more thing is there, styles equal to styles dot button, but you need that thing. Okay, so styles dot button, I'm not going to have it in a view, I'm going to have it here. So pressable also doesn't have like its own thing, but it has got something which I will tell, something very good. Okay, so text will anyways goes here, and text is like, okay, let me have it in two different lines, or it's not showing correctly. So text will be shown like this, button text and clear and submit. Okay, yeah, good evening. We are going to end in 5 minutes and all. Okay, so that is there, and okay. text and button style. I'll save it. So you'll not see any difference here. Means nothing is there, like the pressable is there. So what are the other difference here? See, what with pressable, what happens? React team have provide React Native has quite a lot of other things like this. There is something known as a hit slope. So what is this hit slope? Hit slope is a, so there are some other things are also there which you should check. Hit slope is something like you can pass this top, bottom, left, and right. So okay, no problem. You can go to the recordings now. So top, bottom, left, and right is there. So what does that mean? Hit slope. What does that mean? I'll save it. See, I will see my mouse where it is. I'm pressing it here. So sometimes it happens. Okay, see, I'm pressing a bit far from it, but it is working. So this is a very good feature. So even if I'm pressing a bit over it, it is happening. It's a very good feature. Hit slope means that the top, bottom, left, right, 10 pixel, it is all the way around it. See what happens in a mobile and something. See, someone will go and they will press it. Sometimes they will press on the top of it. Sometimes they press a bit outside of it. So it can create something like this. Okay, so you can create something like this. So you can click somewhere outside of it. Then also it will be happening as I was clicking here, which is a bit outside, and it is happening perfectly. So that is like this, it is there. So these things are there now. Okay, okay. So that is a, and there is something called images and all. We are going to do it later tomorrow. One sec, and I will have a um, one sec. Let me give the attendance sheet which I have to create and. Generally those who are new here, generally we are now having a lot of streams, like three streams daily we are having. Sometimes we have two streams, but most of the time we're having three streams. Okay, so but one thing is that first week is always like css beginners to advanced, which is happening at 8:30, and Mosam will take that. He has become very good in css, and he's slowly taking over css from me because I have to move to new content and all. So that is there, and css will be taken at 8:30 p.m. again IST. And generally on the first week of every month css is taken, second week javascript, and third week react. That is something which every month it happens. Beside that, we have a lot of streams. We're doing a lot of projects also nowadays. Front-end mentor projects we have done. We soon going to have some JavaScript projects also, and those things are also there. Like 10 front-end mentor projects in an hours. It was a very popular thing which we have done recently. Okay, so then 5 front-end mentor projects in an hours we have done. Okay, so those things again we are going to do. Okay, so uh, and we are planning to do all the projects from front end mentor. Okay, and that is it. So please mark your attendance here, and we are planning to do that. Plus beside that we are also going to do, we are also started that communication thing, because we have found out that communication is a pain point. Because of it people were not getting jobs. So one of the main thing of this channel, someone was asking yesterday, what is the main thing this channel is? This main thing the channel exists is to give you a web app developer job. And to get a web app developer job, English communication skills are very much required, because you won't get a job because most of the jobs are located in Bangalore. That's the problem of a web app developer. It is not, a web app developer are different than website developer. It is totally different. Even in a smaller cities, any city you go, because I talked with CEOs from Indore and all, they are also telling that communication skills is a must, or else we will not take anyone, even if they don't know React and all those things. Because you have to communicate with clients at the top of the, at the end of the day you have to communicate with clients. And clients are who? Clients are all Americans. No clients are in Indians. Don't Indians companies don't have that much, like they don't give that much projects and all. So all the clients are Americans, all the freelancing clients are American, everything is American. So American, Europeans, all those things. So that's why English is very much required. So that's why we started communication. See, the main thing is that to give a job, we are able to give a job only to 3 people from our YouTube channel. On from my bootcamp, we are means we have given means we have a ratio, we have a very high ratio. Out of 30 people who attended a bootcamp till now, we are able to give job to 26 people. Only 4 people are remaining, which we are trying to give them a job, but they have to complete the projects. Then only we have to give them. We give a lot of assignments and all those things, mentorship things, and all those things happen. Right now, our one more batch have started. If you want, you can join those. 2 batches are there, and so that is there. So I'm gonna give my WhatsApp number here, and please you can. I will give. Maybe I will give my latest WhatsApp group here. Okay, and you can join it, and I am one of the admin, and then you can ping me. I am one of the admin, Mosam is one of the admin, and Abdul is one of the admin. You ping any one of us, we are one team. And I'll give this WhatsApp group. So please join this thing, and you can then ping me. So anyways, I cannot give my number on this platform. Okay, so the number will be there. You can ping me and all. So as I was telling, we have this batch is starting, and it is already started. Two classes are done, but then all the recordings are there, and like a boot camps are totally different than what you're seeing on YouTube. The mentoring part, it's on Zoom, so people ask a lot of questions there. Mentoring is there, job guarantee is there, all those things are there. Okay, so those things are there, and so you can check it out there. You can connect with me if you want to join, because right now it has just started. The next bootcamp now will start in August, so that is something. And we're going to increase the fees also there. We're charging very less right now because we're quite new, and the fees will increase, and something else, some other changes are also happening. So right now the bootcamp is 2 months. Okay, so we're thinking something. Okay, so that is there, and we'll end it here, and see you all tomorrow same time, and at 8:30 p.m. IST. Mosam will be taking the CSS beginners to advanced. So if you are new in CSS, please attend it. This is very advanced stuff which I am teaching right now, so please attend the CSS beginners to advanced at 8:30 p.m.